You either is or you ain't. You do or you don't. You can or you can't. Or you will or you won't. Either way, baby, a good man, well, he's hard to find. Hey, everybody, McGillbilly here.
And I am Jamie.
Welcome to one more for the Good Guys podcast, where we're the good guys. And brought to you also by Good Guys Cigars. If it's your first time, thank you for coming out. Thank you for checking our channel out. Hopefully you'll find something here you enjoy and you like. If you do, hit the like button, subscribe, and the notifications bell. With all the YouTube losing their mind about tobacco policies and cigar premium cigar content on YouTube these days, it's hard. And usually not very often that it's going to pop up into your algorithm of things you might want to see and or the latest content that we create. So all of that is a free way to help the channel. It certainly is appreciated, as well as if you do find something here that you like, or if you've got something to say, be sure to post a comment. That does also help drive the traffic and the growth of the channel. So we appreciate all the support we can get. If you're here, if you're one of our OGs or somebody who's just been here with us for a while, welcome back, and thank you very much for all the support. What are we talking about today, Jamie?
Well, we are talking about its top lists of 2025, and we're actually going to talk about the top cigar lists out there that we see all over the place. Cigar aficionado, two guys and all that, and how it relates to the industry, how it influences what people smoke, and is it good or bad?
Yeah. Questions like, what are these lists? What's the rules or qualifications? Are there major differences? Are cigar retailers, influencers, and publications totally biased in their selection of said lists?
Yes.
What can these lists do for me as a cigar smoker? And much, much more. But first, we are talking about what we're smoking today. Jamie is finishing up.
Well, I couldn't let this go. This Numero Uno by Hoya. A lot of times, folks, will film more than one session, and I'm just not going to put it out. So that ain't happening.
I hear you. I am smoking one that has been on many lists, including ours before.
Yeah.
The Arturo Fuente short story in the Hemingway series. This is the short story in size. I would have been prepared to tell you all about it. It is a Figurado
Cameroon wrapper
over Dominican binders and fillers. I can't remember the size was what I was really wanting to be able to tell you, and we'll get it here in just a second. But great little cigar. It's a great wintertime. So it's a great anytime cigar.
Great name.
Yeah.
The Hemingway short story.
Yeah. Yeah. That whole line, the short story, the bestseller, the work of art. What is the other
Signature.
one? The signature is all really, really cool. It is a 4x49 in a perfecto shape that's quite unique. It almost looks like a little Bam Bam Club from the...
They're all perfecto shapes, aren't they?
Yes, they are. That is correct.
I wonder if old Hemingway himself smoked perfectos. I bet he did.
Who knows?
Must be the tie-in.
I'd say as much as he drank, he smoked anything he could get his hands on. I don't know. I don't know the man. I'm not judging him. But at any rate, great cigar. We've said it many, 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 many times. Nobody does Cameroon quite like Fuente. So if you'll stick around till a little bit longer, in the video, we'll give you a review of this cigar, as well as a little, maybe a recap on the Numero Uno from Jamie. But what we were talking about earlier, The topic of the day, industry cigar of the year lists. What are these lists? Well, I think these lists are, a number of these lists are procured or not procured, but are put together with a certain amount of qualifications. I know, like the Cigar Authority, there is actual a fan interaction part of their contenders that they come up with, as well as sales numbers, what sold the most. That is a small percentage of them. Some lists, like our list, our personal list, our Good Guys cigars of the year for 2025, which you can check out on a previous episode. Our list was put together. It couldn't be a limited production, right? It had to be something that we smoked in 2025. Didn't necessarily have to be released in 2025. So I know, like, Cigar Snob is also, that's kind of the way they do their list too. However, there are some lists out there, whether either by influencers and or publications and or retailers, that will just say the best of 2025, which means the best cigars that were released with a release date of 2025.
And Cigar Authority is one of those that does that, correct?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Cigar Aficionado, which is arguably the king of the lists, right? They do not subscribe to that. Mm-mm. Any cigar is eligible as far as any cigar that came out in any year.
Yeah.
From what I understand. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the same cigar in the list every year.
Yeah. Cigar Snob, Cigar Journal, all of those are the same. You might have, that's how you get cigars like the Oliva Melanio V, either in
every list.
Maduro or the non-Maduro. They can be, I think it's the only cigar that's been 2-time #1 cigar of the year. Is that right?
I'm not sure.
I believe that's right. But what I'm saying is that's how they can be in there since like 2012. They can be on numerous different lists throughout the thing. So, our list, like I said, you can go back and pick that one. Jamie picked the, for new cigars that we had smoked in the year 2025. His choice was the Crown Heads in the Robusto Extra size. Broadway. Which just so happened to come out in 2025, but that was just a coincidence. Correct. I chose, my cigar of the year was the Christophe Vienti, which came out in the tail end of 2024. But it was the most, that was the cigar that every time I lit it, every time I smoked one, was the one that spoke to me the most. So that's what these lists are. A lot of these lists are also made up for sales. Let's face it. A lot of these lists are made up to push particular products that places like Good Guys Cigars or Two Guys Cigars carry. Half Wheel, I'm sure, is the same. Places like that are actual retailers are going to, and you can say, well, that's not fair. Well, you know what? Nobody's sending us cigars to put on lists. Okay. So all of the stuff that we get that we put on lists, I would dare say 99.44% of them are ones that we have bought. None that made the contenders and or the top 7, I think we picked out for our list. None of those were given to us by anyone. We procured those all on our own. So, I can't do
But we're willing to smoke them if you send them.
Absolutely. But what I'm getting at
Just
is,
so you know,
what I'm getting at is places like Two Guys, Good Guys, places like retailers, I should say. Places like retailers are going to do that to help move inventory, and that's what cigars they have on hand to smoke. So why would they not try to promote and or get over their own inventory? So that's how that goes, and that's why it goes that way.
Very, very subjective is what it is.
Yes,
you know,
and we'll get to more of that as well, but. You know, what's the rules or qualifications? I think we've covered that enough. I think, some rules and qualifications are probably different for, like, say, Cigar Aficionado. We're having this discussion before we started filming that we both said, probably shouldn't have Cuban cigars on the list. And then as soon as we said that, I immediately thought, well, they are an internationally based publication. So
they are the publication in general.
So yeah, they can have that on there and probably should, considering they're in the business of trying to, put more eyes on the product.
What I want to know is, are they testing the Cuban cigars in the United States?
Well,
that's what I want to know.
That's top secret.
Top secret. I can tell you that a
schlub like you is never going to find
schlub
that.
like me will never know. Exactly. I'll tell you that a Cuban cigar will never be on our list because can't get them.
Yeah.
Certainly can't get them illegally. So I can see why they do that. When they make the overall number one cigar of the year a Cuban, which has happened a lot, I'm just like, because you just look over it. It's like, oh, there's something I can't have.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like a limited thing, too.
Yeah.
Which I have a big problem with because, even if you can afford them, B, even if you're going to get them, C, they're probably already gone. And D, if you're not really staying up on the topics or the releases or what is new, what's coming out, and you don't act quickly enough, with all the different outlets of media that we have today, from influencers like Master Your Ash, Cigar Hound Dog, those guys, and on down the line. I mean, there's several more. Those are just two of the guys that I really follow and pay attention to a lot. Certainly probably the most as far as influencers go. They're gone. I mean, this business, if they're only making X amount of a product, most of the time people are very they're going to jump on it.
Sure. Especially after it makes a list, right?
A top
list. I mean, that's the thing,
or a good review, or
a good review that's a national review,
right?
I don't think that Cigar Hound Dog makes us a legendary recommendation. We're going to smoke it, but is it the entire country? No, right? But if Cigar Aficionado makes a cigar number one, it's on the let's price it through the roof list forever, Opus X.
Yeah, which puts me back to my next point of being about these lists and about Cigar Aficionado in general, is one can say, and many more people than I, who are more qualified to say this, have actually given the credit to Cigar Aficionado for the cigar boom of the 90s.
Well, and they're doing something right. I mean,
well, like you said prior to filming as well, was that used to be the only one thing that we had.
That's right.
I heard Michael Hertzclaw from Terrio Fuego cigars talking about this the other night. Back when he was a retailer, when he started out as working in retail at one of the big shops up in New York City, in Manhattan, and which was a Nat Sherman shop. He said plainly, he said, when that list would come out, people would come in with the magazine.
Absolutely.
And say, hey, do you have this? Do you have that?
You know what? I love that part of it.
Yeah.
Because that's how I started.
That's,
just like you said, it's like, oh man, that's the fun part of the list.
Yeah.
I realized that, which we're going to get into, I'm sure there's politics involved and, money, obviously, but it's still fun. Like, you're talking about Cigar Snob. What their cigar of the year is?
Yeah.
The My Father Blue.
Yeah, we're going to cover it. Yeah.
So, and I had one.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Yeah.
Is it my cigar of the year? No.
I had one as well. It was very good. Another one that I had that knocked both of our socks off that didn't make it to our cigar of the year. Because I guess probably more than any reasons, because we only had one. Well, I should say not to our cigar of the year, but to our cigar of the list contenders, what we chose from. But was the My Father Blue. We only had one apiece of those. The AJ Fernandez Decenio.
It made their list too.
And it was tremendous. It would have made my list.
Although we've got them now.
We got them now. And we got them because we had been waiting on the right time to get them and to get them at a good price for little guys like us. We had to, sometimes do our due diligence to being able to get these products. Another cigar that we both had only one time that made several lists, the Rocky Patel Emerald.
Yeah.
And we both thoroughly enjoyed that cigar.
Have those now too.
Correct.
And it made a top 10 on both lists that we just named. So, and you know what? Well, it's really good, Rocky. The Emerald's really good. I think that's a home run for you.
I think it is too, because it's not. The biggest thing about the Emerald to me was it wasn't overwhelming. It wasn't overpowered like a lot of, I shouldn't say that, but a number of Rocky Patel blends can be really just, they're too much. And for me, my palate, not that I don't like strong cigars, I do. One of my favorite cigars is the Gran Reserva by Joya de Nicaragua. I mean, and that's a powerhouse. I mean, that Vienti ain't no slouch.
Neither's the Broadway, really.
No.
It's not as strong as those two.
No, but I think he hit a home run. But my point being is there are lots of cigars that carry over and make different lists from portions to portions. I will say this real quick. These lists that we are getting ready, I'm just covering the top 5 just to give you some ideas of how different and how similar some of these top 5 lists are from each of these different publications and or retailers. So I can also, at the end of this thing, button it up and tie it in all together, and let you know even more why and what these lists can do to help you in your cigar smoking experiences as a consumer.
Yeah.
And that's, so we'll get on with it. Cigar Aficionado, again, probably the credited for the cigar boom of the 90s. The list, I would imagine.
It's the list. It's it's always going to be the list.
Yeah. Yeah. Their top cigar, their number one cigar of the year was the Padron 60th anniversary Perfecto. It got number 1, rated a 97, made by Padron Cigars.
$75 a stick retail.
Yeah. In Nicaragua. Dimensions are 6.5 by 56 ring gauge. Filler binder wrapper, all Nicaraguan, so a puro, and strength's medium to full, which I would say it's probably full. I don't know if I've ever smoked a Padron cigar that wasn't full, or
maybe the Connecticut.
Maybe. But yeah, so, $75. I mean, yeah, I'd like to try one, but I'm probably not. I'm in a different tax bracket.
Yeah, I mean,
we're not the rich guys. We're
do the math
guys.
on that.
Yeah,
real quick. It's
the second ranked cigar, number 2 cigar of the year for cigar aficionados, the Cohiba Ambar, which was ranked number 2 at a rating of 97, made by Habanos and a factory location in Cuba. Dimensions 5.25 by 53 ring gauge. Cuba. Medium to full. The price $74.60 a stick in pounds.
So it's more than that in dollars.
Yeah, so it's like $77.
The other thing about the Padron, now you know, if you said, Mike, Jamie, I want y'all to blind guess what the number 1 cigar of the year brand is. If you said Padron, you're going to be right about a third of the time. That's a limited production cigar, that number 1 cigar is.
And you're going to be right that percentage of the time going off of the cigar aficionado list.
Yeah. And
because Padron don't make it as number 1s on a lot of the other lists from a lot of the other,
and you know what? In this case, I'm sure it's fantastic. I've never had a Padron cigar that wasn't really good. They come in a box of 10. They're $750 a box. So, hey, if you want to send one our way, we will do our own review on it. Sure. I promise you, live. But
yeah.
I like to see that Tatuaje's up there this year.
The number 3 is the Tatuaje Black Petite Lancero, ranking number 3, rating of 96.
Price of
$8.50.
$8.50.
Made it to my father's factory in Nicaragua. Dimensions 6 by 38 ring gauge. Nicaragua, all the way across the board, making it a puro, which is strength is medium. I've had a few different tatuajes over the years.
Which means tattoo in Spanish.
Very good, Jamie.
You told me that, and I figured I'd take credit for it.
I'll let you, buddy. Little victories, Little
victories.
And it's a great cigar. They have a lot of great cigars, I should say. That's what I was trying to say. I don't, Tatuaje is a brand for me. I would like to know a little bit more about them, but sometimes they can be, sort of like Fuente. They can be very nondescript with their bands and their packaging, their badging. So, like, am I getting the right thing? Or am I not?
Yeah, I don't like confusing.
It's got a black label. It had a little dog on it. One looks one way, one looks the other. I don't know about Tatuaje sometimes.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to be deciphering the band to figure out what you're smoking. I did read, you're smoking the Hemingway. We started on that. I did read that Ernest Hemingway, smoked Lanceros. And actually, Tatuaje came out with a one called The Old Man and the Sea, the letter C, and it was a Lancero. So just like that shape there, size.
Very good.
Yeah.
They do a limited run each year of a monster series that comes out around Halloween time, and I've got
very cool. Yeah,
I've got a couple of those I've yet to smoke, but they are all in Lancero size as well. Number 4 for Cigar Aficionado, Cuesta Rey Centro Fino Sun-Grown Pyramid, number 9. It is.
Guarantee you that ain't written on the band.
No. Ranked number 4, rating of a 95, price $11.45. Made by Fuente in the factory location of the Dominican Republic for J.C. Newman. 6 1/4 by 52 ring gauge filler, binder, and wrapper.
Pyramid.
Excuse me.
It's cool.
Fillers Dominican binder, and an Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper.
I feel like that's something I'd like to try. Never.
Yeah.
The price point's right. The shape, that pyramid, I like that.
Yeah. I think I have one, and I think I got us one last year, but it wasn't in the pyramid shape. And I think I still have one over in the humidor. Number 5 cigar of the year for them were the Trinidad Espiritu Series number 3 Belicoso. I probably butchered all of that name. Ranking 95, rating, price $13.19, made at the San Lantano Cigars, factory location in Nicaragua by A.J. Fernandez.
Traditional Belicoso size, too. That's cool. I like that.
6 1/8 by 52 ring gauge, Nicaragua filler binder, and Mexican San Andres wrapper.
Big time Cuban brand. Trinidad. I mean, that's not Cuban, but Trinidad's big time luxury Cuban brand.
Yeah, and
I didn't realize they had that on the list. There it is.
He does a lot of stuff for Altadis too, which is who puts out the Trinidad brand. That's part of that whole legacy. Well, yeah, and it's part of that whole legacy thing of, Romeo, Julieta, H. Upman, Monte Cristo, Trinidad, Bolivar, all of that.
Altadis.
Yeah.
Big tobacco.
A channel that is also a publication. They also do a written publication, but they also have a really good presence on YouTube that you can follow, that I would suggest following, is the guys with Cigar Snob. They're out of Miami. Very, very knowledgeable. And do a great job with their social media stuff, the YouTube
slick
page.
Yeah, looks good.
Really slick, looks really good. Very informative. It ain't just the pretty part of it. They actually know what the hell they're talking about. Their number 1 cigar of the year was a cigar we both, as I said earlier, we had. We enjoyed it very much so. But is the My Father Blue, which did
come out in 2025.
Yes, thank you.
I wonder if all these did.
No, they didn't. There's a bunch of stuff on their list that didn't. Manufactured, obviously, is My Father Cigars, but it's not out of Nicaragua. It's out of Honduras.
First time ever.
Has used Connecticut broadleaf binder, Honduran filler. No, sorry. Wrapper, USA Connecticut binder, broadleaf binder, that is. Honduran filler and Honduran binder. I read every bit of that.
Well, it is a little, I'm reading it too, and it's a little confusing.
Yeah.
They've got it all in one line. I understand.
Yeah.
Agonor sleeve.
The Vitola was actually a Toro size, which is a 6x54, MSRP of $12.
Which is what we smoked in it. Oh, I smoked it.
Yeah.
That's what did you smoke yours?
Mm-hmm. And
I really liked it.
And it got a ranking of 94.
It's freaking gorgeous presentation.
Yeah,
it's
they're beautiful.
got that, but number 1,
Yeah. Well, again, we only got to smoke one of them.
True.
So,
and that's another criteria. You may have mentioned this, but a lot of these publications that put out these lists, they have to smoke a certain number of them.
I think it's usually like 3 or 4 or maybe 5, but definitely at least 3.
What an awful job that would be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Too bad I didn't go to school for that.
I didn't go to school to be a cigar tester.
Yeah. The number 2 cigar of the year for the Cigar Snob was Aganorsa Leaf Rare Leaf Reserva Maduro. Manufacturer, Aganorsa Leaf. Factory out of Nicaragua. Mexican wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan filler. It was in a Robusto size, which comes in a 5.5 by 52, the MSRP of $13.99, and a rating of 93. The number 3 cigar of the year for them was the Olmec Claro, which would have been a natural, basically, not the Maduro or the Oscuro. It was produced by A.J. Fernandez and his Tabacalera in Nicaragua.
God, look at that size. That's a big bastard.
Yeah.
7 by 54.
Yeah. Wrapper's Mexican wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan filler. Vitola is in a double Corona, which is a physical size of 7 by 54, as Jamie just said. MSRP $17, 93 rating.
I've noticed they don't throw around 95s very often over at Cigar Snob.
I think they're, and if you think about that too, is like, even let's say we told you to go out and get, Cigar X and it got a 90 rating. Hey, 90 is nothing to sneeze at.
Hell no.
As a rating. I mean, think about it like your school grade. You got a 90, you made an A.
Well, now
right?
You do. Now you do.
Oh, it wasn't like that when you, back in your day, when you was walking to school uphill both ways.
Absolutely. 95, buddy. 95.
And some publications, influencers, retailers, blah, blah, blah. Some can also, like Jamie says, a lot of those numbers can get thrown around quite, and be quite inflated from time to time. Cigar Snob does not do that. Hey, look here. One of my old favorites. The number 4 cigar of the year was the La Aroma de Cuba Reserva, which is made in my father factory, Nicaraguan wrapper, Mexican wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan filler, and the Divino size, which is a Toro, basically 6.5 by 54 with a rating of 93, and also a very affordable cigar at $13. And number 5 on their list was the 1926 series Maduro Padron.
Former number 1 on Cigar Aficionado.
Right.
For sure.
It is a physical size of 4 3/4 by 50. So, it is a number 6 is what they're saying the size is. Nicaraguan Puro, at $17 a stick, a rating of a 93. So you can just see there's 2 of the premier publications. And when I say publication, people that also still put out print media, as well as have a
online presence.
An online presence. Oh, there went the Schlitz sign. It just went out. It got too hot. We'll have to fix that.
While you're looking at the next group there, just about the lists and the ratings.
I'm going to unplug this light so it don't burn out.
This cigar here I'm smoking is the Joya de Nicaragua Numero Uno. Okay. And I just looked it up on Cigar Aficionado. They have rated this cigar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in different sizes. The La Ambassadeur got 3 different ratings in the same size too, over 3 different times. 91 in 2022. In 2020, it got a 92, but in 2021, it got a 95 and was top. So here's the thing. The ratings are great. It gives you a place to kind of measure against. But what I've always done and what I do, well, we smoke everything now, so it's different. But back then, I would just look at all the different lists and kind of find the ones that are on all the lists and try those first. Like the My Father Blue, for example.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, you know, and we'll get to that, but it's very much, all of these lists are very much like when we said, hey, what was your top TV shows or TV series in 2025?
Right.
Well, I had to have a place to start from because I couldn't remember every damn thing I had watched.
That's right.
So what I do, Googled a list.
To remind you what you watched.
Right.
That's what I do.
And that kind of got me a place to start from. And then I based my opinion on what I actually thought.
Yeah. Which is a great way to use a list. That's the
Absolutely.
best. That's probably the best way to use a list.
Absolutely. The Cigar Authority, two guys smokes, or two guys cigars up in New Hampshire, David Garofalo. They had 7, and now they didn't do a list. They have contenders. They picked out 7 this year for their 2025 Cigar of the Year.
Somebody else did that. It was us.
Yeah. The first on their list was the DBL Chingo Maduro Toro, which DBL stands for Dominican Big League. And the fella who started that was actually the head roller and started out his cigar making. I shouldn't say making. Started out his
cigar career.
Thank you.
With
cigar
LFD.
career with LFD and with Fuente.
That's why their labels look similar.
Yeah.
Bands look similar.
We've had a couple of different of the DBL cigars, and they're wonderful cigars. Their construction is impeccable, all that good stuff. I have not had the Chingo Maduro Toro.
It says here that one is considered DBL's strongest cigar too.
Yeah.
Which is nice to see. You know, a lot of times the publications will steer away from real super strong cigars, and it's nice to see that
some do for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
or downplay the strength of a cigar.
Yeah.
For example,
this is honoring Chingo, DBL's head of tobacco cultivation. It's a 6x52 Toro, sun-grown Mexican San Andres Maduro wrapper, Sumatra seed binder, filler, all Dominican, including the exclusive T13 hybrid tobacco.
Nice.
Flavor profile, bold, strong, rich, black pepper spice, aroma, all that good stuff. As Jamie said, considered DBL's strongest cigar, was released in May of 2025. I'd be anxious to try one of those.
Yeah, now,
because I'm a fan of their work.
Yeah. One thing we'll reiterate here is that in order to be on a contender for the Cigar Authority, the cigar has to be released in 2025. So all of these
it has to be released in 25. Yeah.
Yeah. And even though the Gold Star was, sorry, I got ahead of you, but anyway, number 3.
No, that's okay. I was just going to add to the fact that it has to be released in 2025. It has to also be a regular production series. It can't be, They don't do limiteds on their list as well.
Which I like that. That's good.
Yeah. And I kind of like, these are the ones they thought were the best that they smoked that came out in 2025 and they picked from. But the Gold Star Toro, Ecuadorian Habano 2000 wrapper, Indonesian Sumatra binder, filler is Dominican, Lajero, Criollo 98, Corojo 98, and USA Broadleaf, Connecticut.
Available at Good Guy Cigars.
Correct. Rolled in the William Ventura factory in the Tabacalera in the Dominican Republic.
No kin to Jesse the Body.
No.
That we know of.
Has much more sense than that cleft chin fucker. Sorry, Jess. Production, regular production, 6x54 Toro, price $13 MSRP. They didn't include the price on the Papachango or whatever the hell that other one was by DBL.
Which is never a good sign.
No.
No price on it.
Yeah. Their third contender was the HVC Edition Especial 2015 Toro. Now, this is a cigar, I can tell you right now, that has made Master Your Ash list. It has made Cigar Hound Dog is an unparalleled. It has made Cigar Snobs list. So
you should try it.
Yeah, we should try it.
Yeah.
Big time. And we're HVC fans anyway. The Hotcakes is a great little cigar we got we used to carry, or we did have. I shouldn't say we used to, as we're just out right now, but we like that in the Corona size. But this is a Toro 6x54 box pressed Mexican San Andres binder or wrapper.
Now, not to interrupt you again, but
sure,
according to everything I'm seeing, that cigar came out in 2015.
Oh, really?
Yeah. According to this, it's saying at 10 years of excellence, Especial 2015.
Okay. Well, maybe we're wrong about it. Had to come out in 2025.
Yeah, that one seemingly didn't. So, either way, they've done several editions that way.
Well, we could have misspoke about that. As far as their deal.
Criteria. Yeah.
Back to it. San Andres Mexican wrapper, binder filler Nicaragua, color is Maduro. René Lorenzo, which is a name you guys should keep in the old noodle. HVC they make some really good stuff, man.
Dave's really high on that guy too.
Yeah. And I'm anxious to see them and meet them at PCA.
Yeah. Which we'll be at in April.
And maybe we'll try to get some of those.
Probably be doing some media shoots from there too.
Yeah, maybe so. The number 4, I believe, on their list, or their contenders list, is the Caratoba by Osgener Family Cigars and the Robusto Extra.
Definitely came out this year.
Definitely. So 5.5 by 55 box pressed, full strength Indonesian Sumatra wrapper. Binder is filler. Binder filler is Nicaraguan Dominican Republic. It's hand rolled. Colorado color by Osgener Family Cigars. Country of origin is Nicaragua. I'm still out a little bit on that one. I don't know what I think. We have them in stock. We have a couple of different clients of ours or patrons of ours that bought boxes of them, that liked them. But I thought I'm still undecided. Like I thought the first third of that cigar was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And the middle third, the second third was good. And I kind of felt like the last part of it was
not good.
Yuck. So, I don't know how you put a number on that. You know what I mean? Or, what's your thought about it? So I'm still a little bit out on the Caratoba, but they're selling a bunch of them, made their list, as well as, I think it was on someone else's list, but further down. Like I say, we're just doing the top 5 to just kind of give you some. Now, the other contender they have is the JFR 20th anniversary Titan. It is Aganorsa Leafs JFR, which stands for Just for Retailers. Commemorates 20 years since the JFR brand's launch. With a San Andres wrapper and Maduro, binder and filler, 100% Nicaraguan tobaccos, all from Aganorsa Farms. It is a 6x60. So I have not had one of those before. The McAuliffe Purple Toro, which is a good cigar. I've had it. We've both had that one.
Was that the one that was the
green was the one
the green was
we
the
really,
events.
really liked.
That was the event cigar,
yeah.
The green one.
we bought a purple because it was new out of the two guys' shop because they had it before anybody else had it. They had the pre-release.
Okay, so I have figured out the mystery on the HVC. The original HVC 2015 was released in 2015. This is the 10th anniversary edition of that cigar.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So
which begs the question: the ones that everybody else has been reviewing, are they the original? Are they this one?
I don't know that. I would imagine they're probably the new ones, just because
been a hot topic this year.
It's been a hot topic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine that's the case, but who knows? I mean,
yeah, true.
Some guy at a warehouse pulls your order. It could be.
Yeah, I'm sure they're the same blend, right?
Yeah, I mean,
surely God.
And hey, that one back then might not have been worth shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Between like you were saying about the Uno, I mean, I would think if they've reviewed it 5 different times on the same cigar, then that might be from 5 different crops. I don't know, I mean, so
5 different groups of reviewers.
Right. That could be the case as well. Anyway, Macalif Purple Toro, 6x52 Toro, Nicaraguan in origin, wrapper, Mexican San Andres Sumatra, binder is Nicaraguan broadleaf, filler is Mexican, Dominican, Nicaraguan.
All over the place.
Yeah. I will say this about Macalif cigars. We love the green and the black, which was their very first, offering into the premium cigar world with this color series. And which Dave likes to say has, the Macalif effect across the cigar industry because, that Macalif black in a Toro, I imagine this one is in a Toro. Yeah. You can buy for under $10.
Still,
so, when everybody else was making these $100 cigars, $75 cigars, all this stuff, Macalif went the other way with value and,
still made the list.
Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes that's hard to sell. Even though, I mean, and we see that every once in a while with certain brand smokers that we try to push something, say like a Montosa Maduro or something like that. And they hear the price and they just, they automatically tell themselves that can't be that good.
Right.
So, and their last contender was the Perdomo Legacy Nicaraguan Shade Grown Gran Belicoso, which is in a 6x60 with a Cameroon seed, Cuban seed hybrid Nicaraguan Shade Grown wrapper, and Cuban seed Nicaraguan and Cuban seed Nicaraguan binder and filler.
And his son's first blend.
Yeah. So Nicholas, Nick's son, this was the first blend that he had done. He picked out the Legacy name in honor of his dad. And this is really funny because we only met Nick in talking to him, which we felt like, again, in a previous episode, previous couple of episodes, we've talked about how friendly and, welcoming and hospitable he was. And, but you probably don't hide a lot of things from Nick Perdomo.
I'd say not.
You know what I'm saying? They are a fully self-integrated company. They do everything from boxes to cellophane to the draw testing. I'd say he was previously a air traffic controller, so things don't get lost to detail around Nick Perdomo, I would imagine, very much. So that being said, when Nicholas decided to do this blend, his father had no idea. And then once he gave one to him to smoke and said, "What do you think about this?" And oh man, that's really good. He's like, "Well, good. I want to, I've got it together and I want to put it out as a blend." And they do it in all three, just like all the other Perdomo stuff. And Nick said, "Well, yeah, I think that'd be great." And started moving forward with the process of what he does and, business as usual, right?
Sure.
And Nicholas was like, "Not so fast, old man." He didn't see the box. He didn't see the labels. They wouldn't let him near any of it. So, which to hear Dave and other people in the industry talk is like, how in the hell did you ever
hide it,
pull it off?
Yeah.
So the release was last year at the PCA with this cigar, and they let him see it. They presented it and they all smoked it at dinner the night before the PCA.
That was first time,
which was crazy.
And of course, I guess you're going to say,
yeah, go ahead.
And it ended up being the Cigar Authority Cigar of the Year.
Yeah.
The Bellicoso Vitola, nobody does Bellicoso better than Perdomo.
Or Torpedo.
It just,
and we got one. If we'd have known, which we should have known.
Yeah.
We should have bought a couple boxes of them that day, but, we got one apiece and we both smoked it at separate times. Jamie smoked his first, knocked his socks off.
Oh, it was so good.
And I waited several weeks after, because I didn't want to have, that's the other thing. It's awfully easy to get, what is it? Psychosomatic, getting like,
yeah.
Is that it?
Basically,
but to be influenced
ahead of time.
Your buddy's sitting there going, "God, this is the best thing since sliced bread."
Yeah.
To not also think that way. So there are some lists. Some influencers you might want to turn yourself on to is Michael Prisdale with Master Your Ash, Cigar Hound Dog, who we give shout outs on this podcast all the time. Both of them are independent, just YouTube guys. I'm sure they have, I know they do have Instagram followings and all the social medias and that stuff. But if something stinks, they're going to tell you it's no good. Hound Dog will for sure. But really, I respect their palettes line up with mine a lot. And I like their content. I think they're, from what I know from meeting them through my TV screen, they seem like good guys. So a couple of channels you might check out. Cigar Snob, as far as a publication, Cigar Journal, as far as a publication, very, very good. And of course, Cigar Aficionado. And if you're not a listener or a fan of the Cigar Authority, be sure to tune in with them. They're also Dave is also the owner of, United Cigars, which we, love dearly. But informative, educational, you'll be able to, get a hold of things a lot of times with Dave because he's before anybody else, because he is the largest independent, individual owned brick and mortar in the world. So, now, Mike, you said, what can these lists do for me as a cigar smoker? Well, if you're a new person, it can do a lot. We've talked several episodes. We talk several times a day to different people when we're selling them cigars about, and we hear this story from them as well several times a day about things being so overwhelming in the cigar industry. You walk in, let's say a guy's a Perdomo retailer. Well, he's got 3 boxes of 10th anniversary champagnes, 10th anniversary sun-growns, 10th anniversary Maduros. Then he's got 3 more of those for the 20th years. Then he's got 3 more for the 30th years. Then he's got 3 different of those for the legacies. Then he's got 3 of the double aged vintage. Then he's got 3 of the Habano. It's overwhelming. Then you look at a wall of Fuente shit, and everything looks the same. With different little key colors in certain spots to differentiate the two.
Well, what I do is I look at the price on the Fuente stuff and be like, oh, it's an 858.
Yeah.
Even though that one's easy to look at and see.
Yeah.
But, this is a Don Carlos. Well,
but these lists can help you with that overwhelming feeling when you go to a brick and mortar and or even with us. And, in our interactions with our customers, which is totally unique unto anybody else in the business, I feel like that's completely honest and safe to say, is we're going to be able to be there face to face and show you and talk to you the differences and kind of help qualify what we might think you'll like, and then let you make your selection, which you don't get any other place.
No, certainly nowhere I've ever been.
Especially one-on-one like that in such detail. So these lists can help. If there's something you've smoked, you've saved a wrapper or you've saved a label for, or if there's something that fits your taste profile and like, I remembered I like Connecticut broadleaf, or I really liked Sumatra wrappers, or the Cameroon. I'm a Cameroon fan. These lists can help you with that. They can also help you keep up your local mom and pops instead of being online ordering from these big conglomerates. You can go to your local cigar tobacconist, brick and mortar shops, mobile humidors such as us. You can buy 1, 2, or 3 of these things. You don't have to order a box.
Definitely support your local stores. If
Absolutely.
you're in our town, buy from us.
Yeah.
But
if you're out,
we still visit brick and mortar stores and buy from them now.
Absolutely.
And
even as a retailer.
And it's not, because we're spying. It's because we understand the concept. You give
I want.
You give a little, you take a little.
That's right. And when they got what I want it.
Well, and it also lets us try new things that we may not currently have. So,
absolutely.
The lists are certainly a good place to start. It's the first thing I can think of in my memory that lists like this, where they first came along with reviews and whatever, was Consumer Reports magazine.
Yeah.
My grandmother years ago, she got the magazine, and I don't know if you remember, but it had these little circles that were filled in, 4.5 circles out of 5 or whatever. And, all kinds of consumer products. Well, that was before Cigar Aficionado was out, but now lists are everywhere. I mean, that's one of the top things that's even searched for on the internet. Top books of the year, top this, blah, blah, blah. I do it all the time because I want to know. And then I look at things like we just talked about. I mean, what are some of the like items here for between the lists? Not a whole lot, really.
Not in like the top 5s. There's a couple of 3 in these. But now as you get into the like Cigar Aficionado's top 25. Cigar Snob does a 25. We did a 7.
They did a 7. Cigar
They
Authority.
did a 7 this year. Other years they've done like 4 or 5.
Well, and it's because they only do stuff that comes out in the year they're in. So it's a limited sampling, if you will. So. But it's certainly a good place to start, And
you will see some bleed over. You will see some similar and sticks that share that made lists definitely between like cigar. Any of them you'll see. Perfect example is that HVC 15th anniversary. I've seen that from individual influencers to publications, even to retailers on their lists.
Yeah. So that holds a little bit of, it's got a little bit of.
What you said earlier of like the things that lined up on the majority of the different places that you went and looked and did your homework on, that's ones you wanted to try first.
Yeah. And the other way I use lists like this is I will look back. The one good thing about Cigar Aficionado is pretty much everything that's in the publication is online for free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can go on there and you can look at the top list for every year for years.
Yeah.
And
same with Cigar Snob and Cigar Journal as well.
When you start seeing, for example, the Leva V Milano show up for 10 years, then you might be on to something here. If that's a banger every year, go get you one. And while we're talking about the Leva V Milano is one of the best cigars in the world. So
absolutely.
And it is their best cigar.
And we got
which is saying a lot.
We got a whole bunch of new stuff in. I'm going to do nothing but unboxing videos this weekend and humidor stuff and really hit our social media pages hard with that for some content coming up. But I'm excited to death about we just got a bunch of the little Milanos in the Robusto size. They're just the little guys. And that's going to be a game changer.
52 minutes of heaven.
Yeah. Especially for like wintertime, short smokes, and you can smoke.
Wintertime or anytime.
It's kind of like you can smoke higher up on the
food chain.
Or you can eat lower on the hog.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but the big takeaway for lists and what I want you guys to remember is this. Lists are subjective. We've said it. We say it. We've said it in the past. We continue to say it. As much as Jamie and I are alike in taste and preference of cigars, we had two different ones that we liked better, right? Now, his number one was my number two. My number one was his number two. But I say all of that to say this. This is a good place to start. It's a good place to talk to your retailers, to your tobacconists, to the good guys. You can talk to us about it. It gives you a great place to start, but your list is going to be subjective. And if you think that the factory smoke, I'm just picking out, or the Florida Oliva Gold, we carry those. I'll just say that. If you think for your taste and for your preference that that's the best Connecticut cigar and better than the numero unos, and that's what you like the best, so be it.
Yeah, because the only list that matters is your list.
That's right. So these are a good place to start. These are a good place to try new things that you might not have. These are a good place to learn about wrapper binder fillers. These are a good place to learn about tasting notes and things like that. But ultimately, make your own list. Come up with your favorites. And again, going back to what we've done earlier is if something made our list, or something made your list that didn't make ours, put it in the comments. Give us a description. And that also helps drive the channel and is a free way. So we'd love to hear from you about all of that. We almost forgot and left it out. But cigar brand of the year.
Cigar brand of the year. That was I guess this will be the last top 2025 thing that we talk about for 2025. And for me, there's a tie for the two top who I think did the most for me and my palate and my smoking enjoyment for 2025. First of all, Perdomo, for sure. The legacy is outstanding. Everything they make is outstanding. That 12-year double-aged Maduro has been one of our go-to smokes for a year and a half now. So, and plus we got to meet the man, and it was just a pleasurable, you couldn't have had a better experience. So Perdomo for sure. And I'm really a person that's attracted to, hey, quality control. They, all the things Perdomo does, everything's in-house. They draw test every cigar.
And you know what else they do better than anybody? They make shit that I can buy that is consistent with the construction of the draw and for the price.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They're affordable.
Yeah.
Every line he makes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if they got a $20 stick, do they?
I don't know.
They may. I don't know. But the other brand that has been what I would call the Cinderella story for me of 2025 is Villager.
Oh, yeah.
From being in one, being the cigarillo manufacturer of Europe pretty much, and say, hey, I think we can get into this too. And then they come out with the cream, and then La Vencedora, which was on our top 7 list, the Colorado that we really like.
Yeah.
Just outstanding from top to bottom, and at even lower price point than Perdomo.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is incredible given the fact that the boxes are, the presentation, the packaging, everything is beautiful. So Villager for me and Perdomo.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And I'd say running in there too, that we've been extremely fortunate of being able to carry and being able to be the sole retailer here in this area for the United brand as a whole line.
The whole umbrella of United is incredible, and we can't talk enough about it, really.
Yeah. I mean, from knowing our names, knowing who we were, knowing what we were doing, meeting them in person, talking to us, the customer service has been great.
It came and did an event with us.
Yeah.
It's,
and we're just,
and it's really a case
small
of
potatoes.
We talk about the influence that advertising has possibly on some of these publications. Why is it that Perdomo's never on the list of Cigar Aficionado? Should be.
That Sungrown, that one made the list this year.
Okay. Well, so
down the list,
but made the list. So
I think they scored it a 90.
Please.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Cookie talk.
Yeah.
Cookie talk.
But I was going to say is with United, it's a brand that we loved and then we sold them.
Yeah.
Not a brand that we sell them so we love them.
Yeah. That's good.
We wouldn't. And with us, I mean, we're small potatoes, right?
Yeah.
We're just getting started. We're going to sell stuff we like.
Yeah.
And especially when it's a brand that most people aren't familiar with, certainly. So it's not like people are coming up to us say, hey, you got that La Giana? They are now because we've been selling them.
Yeah.
But nobody comes up to you for the most part and says, hey, how about this? Now, we did have a customer not too long ago that came up and said, well, my favorite cigars are Byron, and I'm sure you don't have them. Yeah. It's like, we don't have them in stock, but guess what? We can get them. So, yeah, United Cigars is, from top of the company structure, from Dave to Oliver and then Tommy and everybody else, and was just and Tommy's significant other. It was just a United Cigars could be our brand of the year any year.
Yeah. Hey, so the Arturo Fuente short story, Perfecto size 4x49. Guys, these are sugar and spice and all things nice. This is, to me, you get a little bit of pepper, but less pepper and more baking spice. So you get like this gingerbread kind of sweetness off of this cigar. You get the cedar, and it's got enough spice in it that it's going to keep things zippy and zingy and relevant. Can't stress wintertime, anytime. These are great cigars. Bomb. I would say and I just came up with our new system.
Got it.
You were talking about Consumer Reports with the little circles and shaded in. 5 being the best. I give the Arturo Fuente, for the very first Good Guy inaugural rating, I give it 4 out of 5 cigars. That'll be our little label. They're excellent. They burn great. The construction's great. They're always the same. So that's my review on the Arturo Fuente short story. Sugar and spice and all things nice. You want to do another one of these things?
Yeah.
Guys, you heard it here first. Be kind to one another. It doesn't cost a dime to be kind, but there's always a price to be paid for cruelty. And you heard it here first. Cheers, everybody. That's one more for the good guys. I'll be gone in the morning before the sun comes up, with me and my weenie dog and my pickup truck. And either way, baby, a good man, it's hard to find. I said, now either way, baby, a good man, it's hard to find.